You told the investors you would ship it with a tiny team because you were just going to use AI. 3 months later, you are the tiny team, and the AI is confidently, cheerfully wrong. I have been building software for over a decade, and I have watched this industry fall in love with the same lie twice. A few years ago, every problem had one answer: just hire more engineers. Behind on the roadmap? Hire. Drowning in bugs? Hire. Nobody stopped to ask whether 10 confused people would move faster than 3 who actually knew what they were doing. Now we have a new magic phrase, and it fits on a pitch deck even better. Just use AI. It is going to replace the hires you cannot afford, fix the process you never built, and ship the product while you sleep. And look, I use these tools every single day. They are genuinely incredible. But I have also watched founders take a Friday afternoon demo and turn it into a Monday morning business plan. So today, 6 ways just use AI became the exact same trap we fell into with headcount, and the reality that shows up the second the demo meets production. Let's start with the one that gets absolutely everybody. The demo always works. You have seen it. Someone wires up a large language model to their data, asks it 3 carefully chosen questions, and it answers them beautifully. The room goes quiet. Somebody says the word disruption, and a roadmap gets rewritten on the spot. Here is what nobody films. The demo was 3 happy path questions. Production is 10,000 real users asking things you never anticipated in 7 languages with typos, sarcasm, and prompts specifically designed to break your app. The demo does not have rate limits. The demo does not hallucinate a refund policy that does not exist and email it to a paying customer. The demo does not fall over when the model provider has an outage in the middle of your launch. The gap between a thing that works once on stage and a thing that works reliably for everyone, every time, is the entire job. It always was. We used to call that difference engineering. Slapping an AI in the middle does not delete the hard part. It just moves it somewhere you were not looking, usually into an incident channel at the worst possible moment. The second one is where the money quietly gets set on fire. The pitch is simple and seductive. We do not need to hire 3 engineers. We will just use AI to do the work of 3 engineers. And on a good day, an AI coding assistant genuinely does make one strong engineer meaningfully faster. But that is the whole trick hiding in the sentence. Faster, not replaced. The founders who get burned here are the ones who thought a senior engineer's job was typing. It was never typing. It was knowing which of the 40 ways to solve a problem will not detonate in 18 months. It was saying no to the feature that quietly doubles your infrastructure bill. An AI will happily generate 2,000 lines of plausible code for a junior who cannot tell whether any of it is correct. So now, you do not have a shortage of code. You have a surplus of code nobody understands, reviewed by nobody who could, shipped by nobody who will still be there when it breaks. That is not 3 engineers replaced. That is 3 engineers worth of decisions deferred until they all land on you at once. Number 3, and this is the subtle one. Somewhere in every struggling company, there is a founder who believes AI will fix the process. The releases are chaotic. Nobody writes tickets. The requirements live in someone's head in half of a Slack thread. And the plan is that AI will somehow bring order to all of it. It will not. AI is an amplifier. Point it at a clean, well-defined process, and it makes that process fly. Point it at a mess, and it industrializes the mess. If your requirements are vague, the model will confidently build the wrong thing in a fraction of the time it used to take you to build the wrong thing by hand. If nobody ever defines done, the AI cannot define it for you. It will just pick something and move on with total, unshakable confidence. I have watched teams generate a month of work in a week, then spend 3 months figuring out what any of it was even supposed to do. The uncomfortable truth is that AI does not reward you for having tools. It rewards you for having clarity. And clarity was always the part you were avoiding. Here is another one that founders discover the expensive way. The model does not know your business. It has read most of the public internet, which means it knows a staggering amount about everything in general and absolutely nothing about you in particular. It does not know about the one enterprise customer who is 40% of your revenue and has a bespoke contract that breaks every normal assumption in your code base. It does not know why that ugly workaround in the billing service exists, that it is load-bearing, and that ripping it out will take down payments for an entire region. All of that lives in the heads of the people you have, and in the scar tissue of decisions made over years. You can feed the model context, sure. Retrieval, embeddings, a beautifully engineered prompt. But context engineering is real, ongoing work, and it is precisely the kind of deep institutional knowledge you were hoping to skip by not hiring anyone. The AI gives you a confident generalist on tap. Your business, like every business, lives and dies in the specifics. This next one, nobody wants to think about until it is already happening. Someone still has to own the bug at 3 in the morning. When an AI generates the code, and that code ships, and that code takes down checkout on the single biggest sales day of the year, the AI does not get paged. You do. There is no accountability model where the machine quietly holds the risk. The output is yours the second you ship it. And this gets genuinely dangerous because AI-generated code has a very specific personality. It looks fantastic. It is clean, it is confident, it is beautifully formatted, and it is subtly, quietly wrong in ways that sail through a lazy code review and then detonate in production. A tired human writing bad code at least looks unsure. The model never looks unsure. So, the review culture you were planning to skip, because AI is so fast, is now the only thing standing between you and a total outage. You did not remove the need for senior judgment. You made it the single most important job in the building, and then you tried to save money on it. And finally, the one that shows up on a statement. The bill always comes due. In the demo, AI feels free. It feels like pure magic that costs nothing. Then you go to production, and every single user interaction is now a metered API call to somebody else's servers, priced per token, at a margin they control and can change whenever they feel like it. Founders who modeled their unit economics on a generous free tier wake up to a monthly bill that makes their old salary line look reasonable. And that is just the money. There is a deeper bill too. You have now built your entire product on a model you do not own, from a provider who can deprecate it, reprice it, or rate limit you into oblivion with a single blog post. You outsourced your core capability to shrink your head count, and in exchange, you took on a dependency you cannot see inside, cannot fully control, and cannot easily walk away from. Hiring engineers was expensive, but at the end of it, you owned the thing you built and the people who understood it. Renting intelligence by the token is a very different deal, and a lot of founders sign it without ever reading the second page. So here is the actual takeaway. Just use AI is not wrong. It is incomplete, in exactly the way just hire more engineers was incomplete. Both are attempts to buy your way out of a problem that was never really about resources. It was about clarity, judgment, and ownership. AI is the most powerful tool our industry has ever handed a small team, and I genuinely would not build without it now. But a tool amplifies whoever is holding it. Give it to people who know what good actually looks like, and it is a superpower. Give it to a plan that was secretly hoping the tool would do the thinking, and it just helps you build the wrong thing faster and far more expensively than ever before. The demo is easy. The demo was always easy. The product is the job. If you have watched a Just Use AI plan meet production and quietly fall apart, you already know. Subscribe and send this to the founder who needs to hear it before the launch, not after.